This brief clip will review some other features that might be useful for you when you're using Sciwheel. To find duplicates, to see if you have multiple references that are the same within your Sciwheel account, you can click this button here. If you did have any duplicates available, Sciwheel will allow you to compare which reference you would want to keep between the two. You can also delete references by clicking on the reference you want to delete and then pressing this trash symbol. You can decide whether you want to, if you have added a reference to a project, delete it from the project or delete it permanently. Deleting it from a project will still keep your reference within the All References section of your Sciwheel account. You can generate a bibliography for all of the references within one of your projects by going to that project, clicking all of your references, or if you wanted, you could just click individual references, and then click this button here. And then from here, we can generate a bibliography a couple different ways. We can select this Generate Bibliography. You'll select which style you want to create the bibliography under, and then click Generate. And then you'll be able to save your bibliography as you wish. You can also click that same button and click Copy. And then you'll be able to copy these references to a different project that you have. This will again just make a copy, so it won't be considered a duplicate within your Sciwheel account. To export these references, you can click Export, and you'll be able to decide what your format for export you would want it to be. If you're importing it into Covidence or a different citation manager, you'll just want to make sure this is an RIS file. You can then download your file and save it onto your computer. To email references, you'll again select the references you want to email and click Email References. And something important to note here, you want to make sure that you only select 5 references to email at a time. But because we had 15 references in this project, it won't let us email all of those references, so we would have to only select a certain number to email. You can then insert the email address of the person that you want to email these references to, and then your message, and then send. If you do want to send more than 5 references at a time, you would have to most likely export this as a file and send it over. You can also add these references to your reading list. Your reading list will allow you to read these references when you don't have access to internet. Because Sciwheel is a browser-based platform, you do need to have access to internet normally to access these references. But if you add these to your reading list, you then will be able to access Sciwheel through your reading list, which is part of your Word plugin, when you're not connected to the internet. You do need to make sure, though, that the references in your reading list do have a PDF available. And you'll know that by this open PDF symbol here. These are some quick tips and some additional features that you might find useful for when using Sciwheel.